Shalom. This is Yedaya Allah Banya Hawada Banyasha Allah. Welcome to the Ancient Hebrew class. I guess this is our second time, or third time rather. So welcome again to those who are studying, hopefully, because your language is how you communicate and how you get your thoughts across. So let's start off with the Lord's Prayer. Adawan Palau, Lord's Prayer. Ladies, cover your head. And I'm ready. Abnawa, Shab Shemayam, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwavka, Fab'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayam, Nathan Nanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Khawabwath Nawa, Ka Salak Nawa, Khawabwath Yanawa, Wala'a, Fabaya Nawa, Banas Yawan, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahathaparath, La'ayawalamyam. Okay. Now, as always, have to have a translation. Okay. So here's the translation. Our provider, Yahweh, whose settlement is in the great waters, and whose image is lawful and true. The fullness of your business is desired, your pleasure be accomplished upon the land as it is in the great waters. Give us every day our substance, and put up a wall against those who have bound us as we have bound others. Be not angry with us forever for your name's sake, but save us from the king's life. For all is yours, for you are the provider of the enclosure and the embellisher, far beyond horizon. So it is true. And all praise is due to the Most High for his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, we had two riddles last week, I believe it was. And I've got two more. So if you're going to write this down, I'm going to try to slow it down for you. Those who have gotten the last two, make yourself known. Here's one. I start off small, but I can get very tall. It's called What Letter Am I? Okay, what letter am I? I start off small, but I can get very tall. I let nothing get in my way, kind of arrogant, one would say. I leave all behind as I pass by on my quest to reach the sky. I once was poor, but work made me rich. I remember my bed was a park bench. Look at me now, oh, how I've advanced. Hope I don't fall off this tightrope dance. What letter am I? So it's a little riddle to see, and it incorporates all of the components of the letter in its conceptual ideas. So hope you picked out the little clues in there so you can take a guess, an educated guess on what that letter may be. Okay, here's the second one. Bold and loud like a lion, and I ain't even trying. 2 sevens make me seen. I'm the most noticeable of my team. I sit up high on my platform when I judge the scene. The king, the prophet, the priest, they're all on my team. What letter am I? Okay. So those two more. Now, next time we meet again, we'll have two more until we get to all of them. Okay. Let's see what we're going to study today. Remember, English is Satan's tongue. Okay. He uses it to get over. He uses it to fool. He uses that same language to trap you in prisons and jails and to take your goods from you. But Hebrew is concrete language. Let's see a word. Now, this is the English word for brother. In Hebrew, we say ak. Ak. What is the action for ak? Okay. There was no word for brother in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. They use action to explain what a brother was or is. Okay. Here's a, and here's cha. Break it down. Your brother is your provider and your defense. So I is the cow or the provider. Cha is the wall, remember, which is used to defend or to protect. So your brother is your provider and your defender. That's what a brother is. So it is truly said that your brother, you are your brother's keeper. Here's the proof right here. Now, if I wanted to say sister, this is a sister that is a close relative, a sister. All we do is add tha, and we get ak tha. So ak tha is a close relative, a female. Doesn't necessarily have to be a sister, but any female that is close in relation is ak tha. So tha, remember tha is the female. See, she's leaning to the left. So it forces the male masculine word ak into the feminine zone. Ak tha. Okay. Now, ak wath. A lot of us say ak wath, but we're actually saying wath, meaning more than one. Okay. So when you say ak wath, you're saying sisters with an S on it. So if you say ak tha, you're saying sister singular. Okay, so correct yourself on that. It's ak wath means sisters. Ak tha is one sister. Okay, there we go. This session should be about for an hour. So try to cram as much as possible in there. We've all heard this word here, Allah, right? You know, the Arabs use it. It's a word in the Islamic language. What is it talking about? What is Allah? Okay, let's break it down. Here it is. Allah. 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 Okay, here's the provider again. Provider. Here's the shepherd's staff. Shepherd's staff, meaning to enclose. To enclose or to lock up. The enclosure. Ha means to pay attention. The flag. Okay. So let's break it down. Pay attention to the provider of the enclosure. So the Arabs, they say that God, they use this term for God or a higher being, you know what I mean? So the provider, of course, the Most High, is the provider of the enclosure, which is the earth. The earth, we live in an enclosure. Everything we need is in this box we live in, called the earth. Okay? So the provider of the enclosure, or pay attention to the provider of the enclosure. That's what Allah means. Pay attention to the provider of the enclosure. In essence, pay attention to the Most High. Because he's the creator, he made everything. If you don't pay attention to the creator, I mean, you're going to get lost very easily. Because he's the one that's got all the information for you to live. Just like a baby's born into the earth, they got to follow their parents until they get up on their own feet with enough knowledge to, to sustain themselves. So we're just like children. We need knowledge from our Father. Okay, which is Allah. Allah is a noun. Okay. Allah is a noun, a person, place, or thing. Okay. All right, here's another one you may know. Gad. Gad. In Hebrew, it would be said, this is how you pronounce it. G-O-D, God. Guess where the word God comes from? From your language. The word God means fortune. Let me step away for 1 second and I'll come right back. Absorb what I'm saying. Okay. So the word God comes from, and I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm not going to be able to read this like I wanted to. Let's see if I can find it. The word God comes from your language, God, or the tribe Gad. It was, in Babylon, they used this word, God, to explain one of their deities of fortune that they worship for fortune. So they prayed to their false god called God for fortune. It just happens that that same word came right into the English language. That's very interesting. Let me get that. I ain't gonna be able to see this like I want. Okay. It's in Strong's. Make sure you get this book. This is the Strong's exhaustive concordance of the Bible. It has Hebrew and Greek in it. Make sure you get this book if you're going to study this language. This book is very powerful. In the Hebrew section, it is 1408. Fortune, a Babylonian deity, troop. Let's see. Also 1410, Gad, a son of Jacob and his tribe and its territory. Okay, and so Gad means a troop, a fortune, a lot of something, hordes, much, many, a whole lot of money, a whole lot of gold, a whole lot of something. God. So we've been speaking Hebrew, didn't even know it. That's the word God. Let's say, oh, I'm writing with the wrong thing. It ain't gonna come up. All right, shalom. Shalom. We all say that one. What are we talking about? Shah is the teeth. La is the enclosure. And Ma is the flow. Okay? Shalom. So as you can see, there are two of the same spikes on the teeth. So this word means like or as. So like or as. Shah means like or as. Okay? La is the enclosed, to lock up. So lock up what? What am I going to lock up? The flow. That's like me turning off a spigot and turning the water off. I'm locking up the flow in the pipe. Okay? So to lock up the flow. So if I lock up the flow of some, let's say a child, I'm going to lock up their flow, meaning they're going to be silent. So silent. Quiet. How about that one? Then let's put it back together. Like or as quiet. As quiet. So shalom means as quiet. For instance, a child is crying, a baby. It may want milk, it may want diaper change, it may want affection because it's crying. But soon as it gets that, as soon as it gets what it wants, it's completed, it becomes quiet. It reaches the point of shalom. So when you're complaining, you're not in shalom. When you complete and get everything you need, then you reach shalom. So shalom means to be whole, complete. Let's be complete. Okay. Shalom. Shalom is also a word that is used to greet. So I'm wishing to you greetings. I'm wishing to you that you be whole. Whatever so it is, I'm wishing you be whole. I'm wishing that you have no complaints. So that when we say shalom to each other, that's what you're saying. I wish you have wholeness. No reason to complain. I'm going to pause for a second so you can write that down. So I'm wishing you have no complaint. All right. There are over 35,000 English, 35,000 Hebrew words that are incorporated in the English language. Okay. There are suffix, prefix, there are whole words that are Hebrew words. And somehow this phony Jew got it and he incorporated into the American tongue. So a lot of times we've been speaking Hebrew and didn't even know that we were. Like for instance, the word car. Now it's spelled with a C. So now it's a car. Okay. The word car, a car in the ancient world was a barge, a floating truck, so to speak. And what they did was they put wheat, barley, onions, I don't care what, everything they put in they put in a car and they sent it down the river. Okay. So that amount of goods was a measurement. So send me 3 cars of wheat. Okay. So this because a car is a vehicle that carries, in this modern tongue, they use this word to explain the vehicles that we drive today as cars. Now watch if I put an E on here. So let's make the C-A-R. Here's the word care. Just add the E on it. To care for somebody is to carry them. I'm going to carry you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to hold you. Make sure you got everything you need. Okay? English word care. And then, okay, here we go again. Here it goes again. Okay? Carry. Meaning the same thing. That car, that same ancient car that carried the same vehicle, the same goods. Now that word came down into the English language. Carry. Now you heard of karma, right? Karma. Man, you're gonna have karma, man, the way you acting out here. Karma. Now a car goes to its destination, then it returns. Just like all the vehicles, trucks and semi-trucks, they come back and they go forward. Well, ma means to come from, remember? Ma, come from, issue from. So what they're saying is that you're gonna flow like a car, which a car goes back and then it returns. Okay? So karma, that's where the word karma is coming from. Okay. Let's do one. Let's see. I know you this one. Shop. Shop. Shopper. Shopper. Shop. Ancient Hebrew word. If I was wearing my glasses, I'd be able to get into that strong. They're all in there. So if you want to research it, all of those words are in there. Shop, here's the teeth again. There's open for the mouth. See or look, pay attention for the flag. So to shop, the action of shopping is to chew up greedily. So you see that, you grab that. You see that one, you grab that. You see this, you grab that. So to eagerly eat up or devour things. That's where shop comes from. Let's see. Let's see one more, and I will. Here's sale. Sala. This is where the word sale comes from. Sala. Okay. Sala. A sala or a sala is a measurement, a weight, like a value, almost like a token. So in the English, it becomes anything that is less than value than its original value. A sale. Rob, we know Rob. I'm going to rob you. Here it is, Rab. It's pronounced Rob. Rob. Okay. Rob the king's comforts. So this is the tent. Whatever's in the tent is the things that you're going to take away. So the things that the king have, or in other words, the head, the person, the owner becomes the head. Okay, so it could be anybody. So if I take your things away from you, your wallet or whatever, I'm taking your comforts away. So to take away the king's comforts is to rob. That became the English word rob. And then robbery. The action word robbery came from your ancient tongue, rob. Bob, like Robert, Bob. That's two comforts now. Look. Anytime there are two of the same letter, it intensifies the letter, the meaning. So Bob means the comfort. So two of them means ultimate comfort. Or something that is hallowed, or something that means a lot to you, in other words. Like a child, or a ring, or some kind of a thing that you feel you have to have around you, or something your grandfather gave you that you hold dear to yourself. Okay. Bob. Now watch this. Here comes the word baby. This is where the word baby comes from. Babia. Because the baby is hollow. It's something sacred. Okay. Babia. All right. Let me see if I can think of a couple more. This is a Hebrew word, but expressed in the English vernacular. Okay. Adama. Adam. Adam. The provider of the flow of the law. Remember, Adam was the king, and he named all of the animals and was given that wisdom to do that and to govern the people of that time. So he had the law, and you can only govern people with law, or you're going to have chaos. So in his name shows you that he was dealing with law. There's Da means law or love. Okay. So Adam. Cash, Hebrew word. Isn't that something? I saw that word trash. I'm not wearing my glasses, so that's why I'm not really reading your messages. I apologize. Put them down somewhere. Okay, kasha. Kasha. There's the hand. Look at the hand. Consume. So kasha is the hand, and these words are in your Strongs, remember. All you got to do is get one of these, and they're in there. Get one of these, and all these words are in there. To open the hand and consume. So that's what you do with cash. You get rid of it. Your open hand. You use it to consume things. You buy food, you buy groceries, you got houses, whatever. fuel. This word here is a powerful word in this society, cash. And it came from you, your ancient language. Here's Ash. Look at Ash. There's another Hebrew word sneaking up in there. Ash means fire, flame. It's the same thing that the fire has consumed. All you got is ash left. There's the word ash. All right. Write these down. There's going to be a test on this. It's going to be a test. Look at this word here. You didn't know that was a Hebrew word, did you? Man. Manya. Or man. Manya. Manya. Or manha. So either one. It could be either one. Manha. Money is the flow of the wealth. Remember the plow. The plow is wealth. I stick the plow in the ground, I can part it and put seeds in the ground. I'm going to sell them crops when they come into season. So here's the action. Here's the action. The flow of the wealth. The flow of the plow. The flow of the plow is crops abundantly. Okay? So here's the word money. Manya. Manya. Okay. Garbage. Is it garbage? I think I spelled it right. That looks right. Garbage. That's a Hebrew word. You didn't even know it, did you? Gar. Okay, let's get it here. It's actually garba. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Gar. So garba. Let's get rid of that one on the bottom. Let's get rid of this here. We got garba. Garba means stranger. A gar is a stranger, a heathen. Okay. Okay, so what is garbage? Remember, as you climb up, you can fall off, right? So whatever falls off is trash. Okay, it goes away. It's trash. The king's comforts. Those are the things that fall off. Eventually, they're going to wear out. They're going to be no good. You don't want them anymore. They fall off. Okay, so hence the word garbage or garba. Gar being the root word, gar. Let's see. I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head. This is a long one, so hold on. Sure. Park. Well, it's actually, you can actually get rid of this and then drop it in here. So ma shapak. Mashapakha. This is the word for family. What is family in the action? Okay, what is family in the action? We know families are relatives, but what is the action of the family? Hebrew will help you break that down. Okay? Flow. To flow. Okay, let's do it like this. Pak is the Hebrew, is the root word. Pak. Pak is, let's do it. This is the root word of the word. Puck, like a hockey puck. Okay. If you look at a hockey puck, it's a round disc flattened out. Okay. They took that word and put it on the sport hockey. But in the ancient world, paka means to flatten out with a hammer. Like you take a piece of metal and you keep banging it till it gets flatter, heat it up, make it real hot, and then bang it like a blacksmith. And you bang it real flat until you got a flat plate. Okay. So the concept is expanding. So that's what the family is, an expansion. Starting from the mother and father, then the children expanding. Cousins, grandmother, grandfather. Okay, the expansion. Shapak. A shapak is a female nanny or a foster mother, because she's the one that lives in the house, like a housekeeper, I guess you could say. She lives in the house, she's got her own room and so forth, and she helps to take care of the family when the others can't do so. So a shapak is a foster parent. Okay. Now let's see if we can break this down. To flow and consume the open wall. So to flow, consume the open wall. So in the ancient world, you had the gates. They'd open the gates, and then everybody would run in through the wall. Pay attention to the open wall. So pay attention to the open wall. To flow as like the open wall. So when they open them gates, everybody go in. So that's the action of family. So everybody who moves together is family. So you have, just like Yahushua said, these are my brothers, those that do the will of my Father. So those that are doing the same thing don't necessarily have to be related, but those that are doing the same thing together to flow through the open wall, those are family members. That's family. Okay. Mashapakha. Mashapakha. Okay. Mashapakha. Family. What time we got there? We have a few more minutes. Okay. If anybody want to throw up a word that they may think is Hebrew, we can break it down right here. Let's see. This is Alahaya Nawa. Okay. That's not Alahaya Nawa. What was that? I can't. Oh boy, my glasses. I'm sorry. All right, looks like Alahaya. No, that's Halal. Halal. Halal means to praise. Well, I got it up here. Pay attention to the enclosure. Remember, anytime that you double word, anytime you double letters, it becomes intensified. So pay attention to the enclosure. Pay attention to the box. Put these together. Pay attention to the room. So the room is the temple. Okay, so we're paying attention to the temple, which is the place of worship. So we're paying attention to the place of worship. That means halal. Halal means to praise. Okay, any more out there? Okay. The Postal Service took this word. Ma'il. Write these down. Ma'il. Ma'il. Male. Ma'il. To flow up and over the enclosure. To flow up and over the enclosure. So that's what the mail does. It flows up and out and drops into your mailbox. Ma'il means to go up. If you want to say the word up, ma'il. Ma'il. What's up? Ma'il. What's up? Ma'il. Ma means what or how. Ma, what, how. Ma'il. What's up? Okay. All right. Ma'il. Look at this one. Na'il.
Sister Betty said the glasses on her table, and she get off at 11 to
Okay, she get off at 11.
Yeah, she said the glasses is on her table or something.
Okay. If I need them again, I'll run to the table. Okay, here's another English word that you thought was English. Na'il. Na'il. A na'il is a shoe. Now, a sandal, actually. Na'il is the part of the sandal that straps or holds your foot into the sole of that shoe. Okay? So that's why they took that word to mean a fastener, like a piece of metal that you fasten boards together with. Okay? So it came from the top of the shoe, the top of the sandal, that strap that goes across the top of your foot. Okay? They said fingernail because the nail is fastened to your finger. You can't take it off. Fasten. Okay, na'il. And remember, all these words in this book. You want to learn Hebrew, right here. So we got about 10 minutes more, it looks like. Yeah. No, less than 10 minutes. In fact, we're about to close, actually. 9:52. And we have about 8 minutes there. Well, let me explain to you that Hebrew is our language. And those that appreciate it are going to learn a whole lot that's in the scriptures. Because the English has distorted a lot of the scriptures. Okay? Once you learn your ancient tongue, you're going to be able to read that Bible with real clarity. Okay? You're going to be able to read the Bible with crystal clarity. We're going to pick up next time we'll pick up some scriptures and break them down and to see what actually the people were saying. Okay? Because a lot about, although the Bible is strongly, what am I saying? The Bible is, as it is written in English, is enough to get us where we're going. But there are some waves in there that can be straightened out. Okay. So I'm going to say thank you for attending the class, and we'll have another session in a few days. Study hard. Remember the riddles, and in order for you to learn this language, you're going to have to talk to other people. Shalom may not be enough to know. So begin to talk to each other in the ancient tongue. Use words that you've met, that you've learned, and start speaking them. And before you know it, you'll be speaking in sentences. Okay? So I'm going to say shalom to the group. Shalom.